Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I am Onalitani. First, the headlines. Bhutan to confer highest civilian award to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Naga Students Federation demands Prime Minister for immediate repeal of AFSPA and justice for all victims of army excesses committed by Indian Armed Forces. Power Minister R K Singh says availability of power gone up to 22 hours per day in rural and 23.5 hours in urban areas. And Union Health Ministry says Omicron variant spreading faster than Delta variant. As India marches towards administering 150 crore vaccine doses against COVID-19, news about the fresh corona variants is also causing concern. In this situation, we appeal to our listeners to get fully vaccinated at the earliest and also help others get vaccinated. Please follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 6 feet for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075 and state helpline number 1800-345-0019. And now the news in detail. On the occasion of Bhutan's National Day, Bhutan has decided to confer its highest civilian award, Ngadak Pel Gi Khorlo, or the Order of the Druk Gyaplo, to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In a tweet today, Prime Minister of Bhutan, Dr. Lote Tsering, said that His Majesty has pronounced Prime Minister Narendra Modi's name for the highest civilian decoration, Ngadak Pel Gi Khorlo. In a Facebook message, Prime Minister Office of Bhutan said that His Majesty highlighted all the unconditional friendship and support Narendra Modi has extended over the years and particularly during COVID-19 pandemic. Naga Students Federation (NSF) has demanded Prime Minister for immediate repeal of Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958 and justice for all victims of army excesses committed by the Indian Armed Forces. The memorandum addressed to Prime Minister Narendra Modi was submitted today through the Governor of Nagaland. In the 3 core demands, NSF also asked to expedite Naga political solution. Hundreds of people from various tribal hohos, student organizations, women groups, and Northeast Students Organization representatives gathered at Old MLA Junction, Kohima, and proceeded to Raj Bhavan to submit the memorandum. Power Minister R K Singh said that the availability of power has gone up to 22 hours per day in rural and 23.5 hours in urban areas across the country. Chairing a review, planning and monitoring meeting with states in New Delhi today, Singh said government has strengthened the power distribution system and ensured universal power access. He said, with the sustained efforts of the government, the country has reached a power surplus stage. He said, power sector is a key and the country cannot progress unless it has enough power. The minister stressed on the need to improve billing and collection efficiency. The minister said the government is working to provide 24/7 power at affordable prices to consumers. He said that government has connected the entire country into one grid. Union Health Ministry today said the Omicron variant is spreading faster than the Delta variant of coronavirus, and it's likely that the former will outrun the latter in a case of community transmission. The ministry said 101 Omicron cases have been detected in India across 11 states, with Maharashtra at the top, followed by Delhi. The ministry underlined the need to follow COVID-appropriate behavior, including the use of face masks and maintaining social distance. The ministry also urged people to avoid non-essential travel and stay away from large crowds and gatherings. Union Health Ministry says 101 Omicron cases have been detected in India. Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Bharati Pravin Pawar, today said that 14,972 health facilities have been registered under Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission till 14th of December. In a written reply to the Lok Sabha, Pawar said under this mission, so far more than 14 crore 38 lakh health IDs have been generated in the country. She said National Health Authority is spreading awareness among the citizens about the usages and advantages of the health ID to maximize participation. Replying to another question on fraud cases in Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, Pawar said a national anti-fraud unit has been established at NHA for overall monitoring. She said the unit helps anti-fraud framework supported by state anti-fraud units at state level. The minister added that the anti-fraud measures taken by authorities have resulted in the de-empanelment of 208 private healthcare providers. She further said penalties of about 16 crores 80 lakh rupees have been imposed on erring hospitals. You are listening to All India Radio Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on our YouTube channel All India Radio Kohima. 4 bills, including the National Anti-Doping Bill 2021, the Wildlife Protection Amendment Bill 2021, were introduced in the Lok Sabha today. Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Thakur introduced the National Anti-Doping Bill 2021 in the lower house. Minister of Finance Nirmala Sitharaman introduced the Chartered Accountants, the Cost and Works Accountants, and the Company Secretaries Amendment Bill 2021 and the Appropriation Number 05 Bill 2021. The Wildlife Protection Amendment Bill 2021 was also introduced in the House by the Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The lower house also approved the amendments in the Surrogacy Regulation Bill 2019 suggested by the Rajya Sabha. The bill has already been passed by Lok Sabha on 14th of December 2019. Both the houses of parliament were adjourned for the day. The Lok Sabha was rocked for a third consecutive day by the opposition over their demands, while the Rajya Sabha was adjourned by the chairman after lying off the papers. Central government has approved a scheme to set up 100 Sainik schools in partnership with NGOs, private schools and the state governments. In a written reply in the Lok Sabha, Minister of State for Defence Ajay Bhatt said that the aims and objectives of the scheme is to provide an educational and training environment on the pattern of training provided in existing Sainik schools. It aims to extend the benefits of a system that combines academic rigor with a degree of discipline and regimentation. Bhatt said interested can apply for affiliation to the Sainik School Society subject to their fulfilling of qualifying requirements and adherence to bylaws. Defense Research and Development Organization has transferred bio-toilet technology to nearly 60 industries in the country. Minister of State for Defence Ajay Bhatt, in a written reply in Lok Sabha, informed these industries have installed over 16,000 biodigesters in 20 states across the country. Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton urged village leaders to play active role in maintaining peaceful atmosphere in the village as they have a huge responsibility to look after the village administration. He was meeting the village council chairman and catechist pastors from 22 villages of 37 assembly constituency today at his private residence in Wokha. Patton also reiterated his commitments to bring more developmental works in the constituency. Deputy Commissioners in Heboto Peter Lichamo today awarded tobacco-free certificates to Natha Old and Lizu Naguto Village and tobacco-free school certificate to Sunbeam School. The awards were given during the third quarterly Zinheboto District Level Coordination Committee meeting at DC's residence Zinheboto. The program was chaired by District Nodal Officer NTCP Dr. Esther Chofi Nguli and the speech was delivered by the Deputy Commissioner. Nagaland's COVID-19 cases increased to 32,165 with detection of one fresh infection today. The fresh case was detected from Dimapur district, while 2 patients in Dimapur recovered from the infection. The recovered persons tally is 30,312, while 686 persons have died due to the infection. The state's active cases stood at 83. The headlines once again. Bhutan to confer highest civilian award to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Naga Students Federation demands Prime Minister for immediate repeal of AFSPA and justice for all victims of army excesses committed by Indian Armed Forces. Power Minister R K Singh says availability of power gone up to 22 hours per day in rural and 23.5 hours in urban areas. And Union Health Ministry says Omicron variant is spreading faster than Delta variant. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Have a pleasant night.